30 more would have been really nice. But also you have to realize it was half an hour early start, which meant, it was a bad toss to lose. We lost the toss when we started batting. By the time our first innings got over and, after the break when we went into bowl, the first few overs were fine. But after that, there was considerable amount of dew, which meant the spinners couldn't bowl, how they would have liked to bowl. It was coming on nicely and the ball got wet. So, the difference between the first innings and the second innings when it comes to the surface was too much. In the first inning, you would have seen there was a bit of assistance for the spinners. It was gripping a bit, but there was nothing much in the second inning. So it was quite difficult to score 190 runs. We are saying we are maybe 10 or 15 short because we have seen the second innings, but you have to also analyze the surface is completely different. And if you're looking for that 210, in the first innings, you may end up getting 160. And on a wicket like this, 160 becomes quite below par. So the only thing I'm disappointed about is the 2 no balls. Other than that, we tried our best, whatever the condition was, even it was not in favor of the spinners, but whatever resources we had, we tried to make the best of, the game. I think, the spinners had a bit of assistance. As I said, once the dew comes in, it becomes more and more difficult for them to turn the ball because the seam gets wet. At the same time, the surface also becomes a bit greasy. So it comes on nicely to the bat. So I feel, we have seen that our spinners do struggle in condition like these. If you remember one of the T20 World Cups, we were knocked out because we had one bad game. And in fact, that game there was dew, or I don't remember, maybe it was a bit of rain that got the ball wet. So that's where our spinners, they find it difficult. And it was quite evident because, Ash only bowled 2 overs and Jadeja, we were forced to make him bowl the last quota of his over. Otherwise, he would have also only bowled 3 overs. Well, if you see Shikhar, he has been batting quite well, but he has not been able to convert. The thing with Rahane is, he's somebody who's quite calm and composed, and he knows his role and responsibility in the team. And this is the kind of innings that is expected of him. He won't be somebody who will bat like a Rohit Sharma or a Virat Kohli, but if you see somebody who will orthodox, he'll give us that good platform from which we can launch and score those extra 10 or 15 runs in the last few overs. Both of them are very good, but it's just that Shikhar kept getting the starts that were needed, but he was not able to really convert it. And in games like these, often you want to give the new guy a go, because if you see where Shikhar had an edge was the last few games before the start of the World Cup. Other than that, if you see the stats, Ajinkya has a very good stats, especially playing in these conditions throughout IPL. He has been the leading run scorer when it comes to the openers. So those were all the reasoning behind it, and I'm glad, after facing a few deliveries, he got into his groove and he did what he does best.